Hey everybody, I'm Mucha Marapa from Matrix Global Media and founder of the Golf Professional School of Marketing, where we teach golf professionals how to recession-proof their business by becoming truly great at marketing. Now, the inspiration behind this all stemmed really from 2011 and a fascinating article that I read where a leading authority in the golf industry threw out a bit of a challenge to golf professionals and said in order for them to sort of take control of their business and ensure that they don't get sucked into this sort of economic recession that we're all experiencing, that they needed to become more golf trusted advisors. They needed to market themselves. They needed to sort of really go out there and show that they brought a lot of things to the table. And while I really applauded that article, I was left thinking, well, how? Do enough professionals know how to do it? Do they know the sort of roadmap, the routes to take in order to become that sort of expert? Now, my own experience in the golf industry has included the privilege of being a club secretary at one of the top 100 golf courses in Great Britain and Ireland, and also being the European Sales Marketing Director for an award-winning property overseas that won World Resort of the Year. So I've spent an awful lot of time in the golf industry, around golfers. My own career began in a pro shop. And if there's one thing that I've seen quite consistent, it's two extremes when it comes to marketing in a golf industry. Either you've got an organization or a golf club or a golf resort for that matter that turn around and just throw stupid amounts of money that just really can't be tracked at all. Or you've got the organizations that say, forget it, there is no money, it ain't going to happen. And I think, of course, that both are not right. So what I wanted to try and do was draw on my experience of the last few years and provide a dedicated resource for you, the golf professional, to come here and to learn and to become what I like to call a scratch marketer by learning some of the 5 marketing fundamentals that I've put together, very much in line with the great Ben Hogan himself. So the whole purpose of the Golf Professional School of Marketing is twofold. Number one is to teach you how to become that scratch marketer, how to recession-proof your business, how to ensure that you can sort of, keep selling to existing customers, some of your previous ones, and also attract newer customers. And at the same time, provide this dedicated resource for you, so you're not just hearing from me, but you're hearing from other marketing experts in the golf industry, and there are many quality ones, and you can learn and take the information and ensure that your business can flourish as opposed to struggle during this time. So on this page you'll also find a fantastic podcast interview that I did, my very first one, with the PGA captain for Great Britain and Ireland, Eddie Bullock. And Eddie, a very shrewd marketer in his own right, a fantastic golf club administrator, and an all-round decent human being. We have a fantastic chat on there. There's some great content. And then of course there's some training here, where if you click the link below, you don't have to give me your email address for this particular training to start with. I begin the training of the 5 fundamentals, and I'll just very quickly cover them. We include in these 5 fundamentals positioning. Every single golf professional I come across and I know, and a few that I work with, bring more to the table than just teaching. They can either help somebody get out of a bunker, they can help you chip and get up and down most of the time, make the short putt, eliminate the slice, take you on a golf vacation, make you look good, organize a corporate golf day for you. So my question is, how many of you go out of your way to actually position yourself as an expert of one particular area? And if you do certain things very, very well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with speaking to those different areas. You can be a short game expert, and you can be a knowledgeable authority when it comes to taking golfers abroad. So we really sort of focus on that whole positioning, so you, for want of a better word, can separate yourself from many others by becoming and claiming a certain area of the golf industry. Next, after that, we talk about direct response marketing. Now, this is vitally important, and this was a huge game changer for me, because some of the big stupid marketing, as Dan Kennedy likes to call it, that's done by the larger organizations is brand marketing, where you basically put an advert and you put a website address and a phone number and very little else. What we like to do at the Golf Professional School of Marketing is teach you how to become direct response marketers, which means every single piece of marketing material you put out, whether it's a poster on a wall, whether it's some direct mail that goes in the post, whether it's an email, whether it's social media, whatever it is, it's designed to do one thing and one thing specifically, and that is gather a response. Now, what's a response? Well, in an ideal world, a response is a sale, somebody giving you money for what you can offer. But we know that that is not always going to happen, and a lot of the time, for that matter, it shouldn't happen. So an example is that, for example, if you are arranging a golf trip that's going to take place around the Masters or in the summertime, well, if you start doing it in December time when everybody's getting ready for Christmas, they're not going to take you up on it. But you can do something to gather a response, whether that's send something out and say, here's a voucher, here's a coupon, whether you'd like to go, or call this, put your name down on the list. You must learn to become a direct response marketer. And the other great thing about it is you can test it and you can ensure that there's a return on your investment instead of this blind archery that so many of these big and dumber organizations do. After that, we begin to talk about what Dan Kennedy once again calls the marketing triangle, where we discuss the who, the how, and the what. And that basically means, you know, who are you talking to? Who's your target audience? Yes, you teach golf, but are you teaching juniors? Are you teaching ladies? Are you teaching the over 65s? Or are you doing a bit of everything? How are you communicating with them? Because if you're doing something for a junior, it may make a lot of sense to put that on a mobile device because they're spending a lot of time on there. Conversely, if you're doing it for the over 65s, perhaps put some direct mail or even the yellow pages, because history shows historically that the older generation tend to want something tangible in front of them that they can read. So we really focus on that, because once you get your head around that marketing triangle, it can be very, very powerful for you. After that, we talk about marketing pillars. And all we discuss there are finding the different ways that you can effectively market your business. You know, too often, like a golfer who's only got one shot in the bag, they become very limited about how complete they can be, whether they can get to some of these pins that are tucked away this way and that way, or when it gets windy, whether they can control the flight and the trajectory of their golf ball. It's the same with marketing. The more pillars that you have, the different ways and methods that you have to market, the better your business will be. And then the fifth fundamental is automation. Now, you are watching this video where I guarantee you I'm not shooting it live. I might be asleep, I might be, you know, in another country, I might be just relaxing reading a book, but I've done it in such a way that once you click on one of these links, you get an email from me, the videos start playing, we stay in touch, you're watching this video, and it's all done via automation. This is an absolute game changer for golf professionals who convince themselves that they simply do not have enough time to market themselves effectively. If you buy in and understand and embrace the whole idea of automation, I guarantee you, you'll see the business and your profits absolutely spiral. And then finally, I've got a bonus fundamental where I talk about a marketing plan, actually staging out what you're going to say certain times of year and how to effectively plan for that. You know, during our conversation with Eddie Bullock, he was very big on saying he just doesn't see enough golf professionals actually putting a timetable, for want of a better word, together, setting goals and ambitions for their marketing. We'll teach you how to do that in the training. So, you know, I suppose in order to finish up now, I would like to encourage you to click on the link and start the training, because I will go so far as to say, if you follow every single video and you apply what's in there, and it doesn't cost you a penny, it costs you your time, because some of them run 45 minutes, others run an hour plus. I mean, it's very detailed stuff. You will become a scratch marketer. And if you sort of rate yourself right now from, you know, maybe a 28 or an 18, and I'm saying to you, you will become a scratch marketer, that is very, very powerful for you. So I'd love to start this relationship with you. You can like us on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter. We've got a great group on LinkedIn, the Golf Professional School of Marketing. But more than that, there just needs to be a mindset on your side that if you want to get through this doom and gloom that everyone's talking about, you know, everyone being so adamant that it's going to be around here for a long time, you need to recession proof your business. And you know, I liken being great at marketing to having a really great short game in golf. How often have you had a really tough round you're playing, but your short game just glues things together? It makes a potentially bad round very respectable. And then conversely, when you're hitting it absolutely great, well, that short game enables you just to get up and down around the greens on the par 5s and the shorter par 4s and get birdie after birdie after birdie. So from a mindset standpoint, make that commitment to become great at marketing. And don't worry about marketing being all this creative whiz-bang stuff. The number of pros who say, well, I just don't know how to do it, and it's, you know, it's too complex for me, and they fall victim to some of these advertising agencies or these PR companies, you know, or these web designers who say, listen, let's get your message out there. You must be strategic, you must be formulaic, you must be frequent, you must be consistent. That's it. I'd go so far as to say, you know, if you send somebody a letter every month and you're just doing a step-by-step thing, you have already become one of the top marketers in your industry, and I'm really being serious about that. So thank you for taking the time to watch this long, drawn-out, detailed video, but I know the Golf Pro School of Marketing can really serve you. So click the link, watch the video, listen to the podcast that I've put together with Eddie, and more than that, just make that mental shift that you can become great at marketing. You know, I've got so much to be thankful to golf professionals for helping me become a pretty decent golfer. And I just feel that if you can apply that same mentality shift and that psychological tutelage that you apply to your own pupils, when you say, look, apply yourself and you can get there, it's no different with marketing. It really is that simple. So thanks for taking the time, and I very much look forward to working with you.